Fish Games.
What's going on, guys? Fish Games here with Magus of the Bargain, and we've got some deck tech to go over for you for Modern.
So this is a Modern deck that I'm going to be playing at this tournament tonight. It's called Catapult. If you want to play this, it's kind of like Boros Energy, but taking the shift away from energy and onto more cats and dogs. This isn't really a cat, it's a spirit knight. But you got your standard Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, a Johnny flips with Goblin Bombardment nonsense, and with Flage, with Arena of Glory, 4 and 2, pretty standard. 2 Elegant Parlors, 3 Sacred Foundries, that is actually what I've found to be standard. What's not common is having the Solitude Ephemerate package, because we lost Gigantha, and so now we're allowed to play Solitude, now we're allowed to play White Orchid Phantom in the main deck, and I feel like those are 2 really powerful cards. Solitude with Ephemerate is good. White Orchid Phantom with Ephemerate is good at destroying non-basics, especially against Belcher. White Orchid with Thalia can get a non-basic every turn, and these come in if we're playing specifically Belcher, because we can destroy that last basic of theirs. This Witch Enchanter, this Razorgrass Ambush, they're to pitch to Solitude and also to flip into a land. I found that sometimes I'm not getting my 4th land for Flage soon enough, so I'm actually playing 26 lands, including the MDFCs. That's 18 lands that are always lands, and then 8 lands that are sometimes white cards that you can pitch to Solitude. I found that Razorgrass Ambush is only good in a deck where you want to be holding up 2 white for Thalia, or from the sideboard versus graveyards, 2 white for Raven Charm, or 1 white for Ephemerate and an extra mana. There's a combo with White Orchid Phantom and Flagstones that you might not know about. If you play a Flagstones and on turn 2 cast White Orchid Phantom, sacrificing your own Flagstones, what you have to do is put White Orchid trigger on the stack first, and then Flagstones trigger, so that you can't search your basic first and then your Elegant Parlor, unfortunately. So what I usually do is search out a Sacred Foundry that comes in play tapped, and then a basic, because unfortunately you can't do it the other way around, as I originally thought. Out of the sideboard, against monocolor decks where the White Orchid Phantom is not going to be such a powerhouse, the Thalia and the Phantom come out, and in comes Stoneforge Mystic and possibly some swords. My favorite is Culture Complete, and I've been told to cut Batterskull, but other sources tell me not to cut Batterskull. So those are really, really powerful equipment to come in from the sideboard. And if they're only playing 1 color, well, or maybe even just 2, these Swords of Fire and Ice, Sword of Feast and Famine, and to shore up the difference, Sword of Light and Shadow to get protection from white. I like this a lot better than Sword of War and Peace, even though, you know, the Boros energy matchup is white and red. Tell me what you think in the comments about the choice of swords, the choice of leave Batterskull in. Should I have more Cleansing Wildfires? Should I be playing an Embercleave, maybe a Lion Sash to get with the Stoneforge, since the Lion Sash pitches to to Solitude, and the Embercleave turns on a Johnny damage. I'm only playing 2 Goblin Bombardment because I'm going really heavy into the white. It's possible that I might cut something and add a 3rd Goblin Bombardment. It's possible to cut a Flage, add a 3rd Goblin Bombardment. That would probably be fine in this setup. Anyway, what do you think?
I think the deck is pretty good. We've played it a couple times. Why don't you tell people like your results for the past couple?
Well, the result usually when I cast the Johnny, he usually comes in with a Cat Warrior token, and then when I sacrifice that Cat Warrior token, he flips and he does his thing. When I have the Ocelot Pride and I gain life that turn, usually comes in and brings out these like Bongo Cat tokens, which is just sort of like an animation right here. of him playing the drum. If you have 2 Ocelot Prides, if you have 2 of these guys, and they both trigger, you have the Kitty's Blessing, as we see here, like that, if you have 10 permanents. Then each of these cats makes 1, and then copies the 1, and then copies the one the other one made. So it's basically 2 Ocelot Prides, 6 cats. So the results have been pretty good until I started playing Legion's Landing, which is really a Pioneer card and should not go anywhere near Modern. Another result is when the God of Souls, when that trigger and attacks, it kind of turns the cat into a Nyan cat with like an angel. So it's an angel Nyan cat flying token. So the results have been pretty good, I'd say.
Why don't you show, like, zoom in with these? We'll just show people these.
Okay, yeah, you can bring them closer to the camera. And this is my favorite Caramiro. I don't know, he's not as famous as Bongo Cat here in the U.S., but
and these are your kitty tokens.
Yeah, this is Caramiro right here. He's loading Bongo Cat into the catapult and getting ready to fire him. So that's that. Try out this deck. Make some cuts, add some cards, see what works. See if you can squeeze the Stoneforgers into the main deck if your meta isn't all non-basic lands, which is what's going on now. I
guess
facing so many greedy mana bases.
Meta is different at their LGS or whatever, but all in all, guys, I give this deck like, I don't know, 9 out of 10, almost a 10 out of 10. This is one of the strongest decks I personally think in Modern right now. We've brought Magus the Bargain through the gauntlet. He's played against a bunch of my Modern decks, and it seemed like a lot of the times he was actually winning these games against me. The Johnny is just like all of these cards in this deck. At least a lot of these creatures are just powerhouses in my opinion. Like Guide of Souls is amazing. Ocelot Pride is amazing. Johnny, the Thalia is really good. The Flage, this obviously like the Solitude. I think the deck is very powerful, and if you guys give it a try, I think you'll do really well.
And I want to reiterate here that make sure you're playing enough lands, because we lost the 1 ring, and you think it's a 4-drop. That means we can afford to play fewer lands. Well, you do have a lot of mana intensive requirements in this deck, especially with Flage. So if you cut it down, you'd probably lose more games. Most people are playing 23 lands, including these and no MDFCs because they're not playing Solitude. But with the Solitude, it turns into a more control match. And the reason why I've chosen number 26 for lands plus these spells is that the ideal is 9 MDFCs and 17 lands, but I didn't have an extra MDFC. So 18 and 8 are a good balance. The number 26 into 60 is that it gives you the best chance of seeing 2 lands and 1 MDFC in your opening hand. And you don't have any extra card draw in this deck. The meme of white wanting card draw. You don't have extra card draw. So every card has to be a must answer threat. And that's why it might be that we cut it down to 3 Thalia, but I'm testing it for the first time tonight, and we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah, I think Thalia, I think 3 of them probably will end up...
3 Thalia, 3 Goblin Bombardment, maybe?
Yeah, probably might end up being better. So this deck is always probably changing, so keep that in mind, guys. This is like a test run. But just like looking at this deck, it's just funny because like so many of these cards are from Modern Horizons 3.
Oh yeah, it's MH3 like, tribal. Like this. It's
ridiculous.
Like these are all MH3. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and then 25, 26 in the main deck. And then 4 in the sideboard right here. So people call it MH3 tribal, but I'm trying to think of it as like must answer tribal. Like every card, you have to have an answer for it.
Yeah. Modern Horizons 3 definitely, just like all the other Horizons, it really changes the format of Modern with just these powerhouse cards, guys. But if you guys want to help support the channel, check out some of the links in the description. I've got a Whatnot promo if you guys want to try Whatnot out and win a bunch of these cards that I've been winning. It's been a lot of fun. and support me on Patreon. That would be great. Magus the Bargain, as always, thanks for coming by and helping us make some content here on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one.